All right, hi guys. I'm not Jake, but I'm his brother. So today we're going to be going through the wave principle, right? What this has to do with is how waves move. You think of flags, you think of capes, you think of anything soft body, cloth like, or hair, or even a tail. And we're going to be using that as a basis for the wave principle. So I've gone and pre baked a line, as they do in the cooking shows. And the way the wave principle works is that you kind of want to have things flipped. So, for example, this one right now, I have a crest here, and this is my throw. I want it so that, as time progresses, that this X is going to be coming this direction, and this throw is going to be coming in this direction, right? So, let me start again with two different lines, or you can work with the same ones. I'll start over. Mm, Apply. Yay. So, oops. Uh, yeah. Shift K, and this one can just come back. Cut images. So this is my onion skin there. I'll also change my light table parameters so you can see it a little brighter. And I guess I have a preference to make my previous frame color red and my next one green. So this is what we have so far. What I'm going to do is get this switched. So crest up here, throw down here, and I guess perhaps I'll just do a less significant. Say we have something like this. Or middle point, because we're going to be making a loop, is going to be the opposite of this. So it's going to be like, you find where your anchor point is. Where's the wind blowing? What's pinned down? So if you think of a flag, you think of a flag, there's like something like this, right? So it's pinned down here. So this end is going to stay still. And what I'm going to do is start from there and do something like this, right? So we just flip it around. And then our last position is actually going to be the same as this one. So what I'm going to do is copy. You can just press Control C on the keyboard, select the current frame, Control C. It's highlighted there. Come to the frame you want to go, Control V. And so what we have is this to this to this, right? So we need more frames because that doesn't look like a wave at all. So I'll just add a new layer just as a label. Um, so we want, let's color be like, I don't know, blue. So this is here, and this is here. By the time we flip over, what we want is for the X to be here, the crest to be, well, was blue before, so it's gonna be over. This one is gonna be over here. That's gonna be over here. Well, sorry. Oh, my forward color is green, so the color ahead is green. Previous color, the next color, my previous color is red. So let's just delete this one. All right, so let's go. We're gonna add some extra frames between these by clicking on the little squares at the bottom here. Pull that out, pull this out. And we're gonna just blank these out so we'll have some empty frames. So Shift K using TVPaint, Shift K, and so what we have is this to this. So we want our wave to go in this direction. So previous color is my previous color is, well, as you can see. Now let's go in this direction. So what we need to do is, like, for the red, that's the previous frame. The next frame is green. So you think of this point here and that point here, or middle point would be probably like here. So we would draw a crest, like, for example, like so. So pin this here, kind of like so. Crest down here, like so. So all we have is this to this, right? Gracious. So let me do it again. So we're making this crest here for this point. So we're gonna have something like this going on, and for down here to there, something like this. So that's our in between. So I'll just connect this to this, this to that. Make sure it kind of goes on to the end pointer, right? So now we have this to this, right? So now we need to go this to this to this, and we need to get it back the other way. So we have two throws now, or troughs, throw. They dig out, down. And over this side we have two crests. We still want it to look like it's going across. So we're still doing the same thing, looking for the in-between. So red is here, green is here. Green means next frame, red is previous frame. So I'm gonna have a throw here. A crest is gonna be here. And so something like that. So I'm gonna basically pin this back to where it starts from and just connect these. And what we have is something like this. So if I just put this into loop, let that, like, say three frames per second, and just, well, split it. Or we have something like that. You'll notice a hit because the first frame and the last frame is the same. So what I can do is I can change the mark out time. So mark in is 1, mark out time can be 4. So let's hit 4, and so hit play. So we have something like that. And then we just go in again and add more in betweens. So I'll just do that again. Once more with feeling. So if you want to extend the exposure of multiple frames at a time, let's put this as what we can do is we can highlight all these frames, go to image, then go to exposure and choose add exposure. That gives us more exposure per drawing. I can just change this back to say 24. So between each of these, I'll just be shift, like here, this layer, making sure I'm on the right layer. Shift K, Shift K, well, okay. Shift K, and also that. So between these two now, we have our crest up here. So we can have something like this, and a throw down here, and a crest going forward like so. So we're seeing is this to this, then afterwards you have this one now. So it's gonna be a crest right here. So from between these two, something like so. Next one, kind of a switch going on now. So this is still going that way, so turn the right there. And going along again, or crest up here to be in between these, draw your wheel. No, red is previous, green is ahead. So let's middle it in a sense. And then the last one might be, well, simple. Just grab the first drawing, copy it, Control C, come to say frame 11, and now we have a in between. Whoops, they're all the same. Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah, I did something wrong. This and then this. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, pull this back, cut image. Stop at frame 8 this time. Mark out is at 8. Press play. Get something like that. Now, if I was lazy, what I could do is I'm gonna just duplicate this layer, and I'm gonna select all these frames, and with the transform tool, I'm just gonna pull them down. Well, pull them down. Wait, am I right? Yeah, transform. Pull this down. Right. Press enter. It's gonna affect every single frame for that. So now I have this. Right. Then afterwards, I could just go in, be all efficient. If anything, I could select these two layers, and I should have the option to, let's see, split layer. I don't see it. All right, never mind. Thought I could merge them. Whoops, color. All right, so I'll just go and go back to my drawing tool. Be like, okay, cool. Just go through each frame. Draw my frames in. Or draw these nicely. I'm gonna make a poll separate. Sounds missing something. So that's all I have now. I'll take out the light table for this and that. Yeah, I could make a poll for another layer. Yeah, so I could say add a background layer. You know, pull this back. Make the poll, I don't know, grayed out. Because we're focused on the poll. Man, this is a rickety poll. All right, line tool. Yeah. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna be all lazy. So I was like this, and then I'll just draw a little bulb thing at the top. You're like, okay, cool. And then we have a flag waving in the breeze. And if you felt like you wanted to be creative, you could shade it too. So all the dark parts, I could go to my way and just say, okay, fine, cool. Pretty sure I can merge these. So these two layer merge. There we go. Merge selected layers. Okay. So now it's one layer, and then I could be all fun with this. Like all right, cool. Just drawing in where the shadow should be. So I'll come back, make sure over here is not being neglected too much. Probably should be using my onion skin, to be fair. Well, I guess I don't really need it because, I mean, you just keep going till you find something that works. Saving that. But yes, I'm done recording. And so we go. We have this. I'll place at 12 frames per second instead. That feels nicer. And then I'll just get my this thing, um, paint bucket tool. Turn this off because it's kind of confusing to look at. It'll be all like, oops, wrong one. Oops. Whoa. Come on, right now. Let's make sure. Um, if not else, I'll just manually. Cause there we go. Now we have this. Whoops. Oh, background here. That's why. There we go. There's one frame. Yeah, there's one frame that's not colored properly. You. So now we have this. And that is a flag. Now, you could make the wave more extreme if you're doing like flags, if you wanted like some perspective. Perhaps what you could do is have one where the line looks something like this. You could have a flag looking something like this. And it will look something like this instead. Like you give it some depth and it looks something more like this. But you still draw like you start off with one line first. And if you wanted to go crazy, you could have more interesting shapes of flags. Some flags could have holes in them, some could have designs, some could have like a tear, like here or so. If you want to look all decrepit and such. Right? So things you could do. Right? So that's how you do the wave principle. Hope that's for the recording. We can talk about it after class or after this recording. So right, let's don't forget this line also. Then you can probably like give shading if you felt like it. So that's it. Thank you for watching and such and such. Bye.